Leykis 101, the ongoing on-air adult education course. It teaches men how to get more tail for less money. More importantly, we teach women how men think. I'm your professor. This is my classroom. Class is in session. This is where we teach the tenets of Leykis 101. Now and then we review the basics with you, and I will review the basics in case there are some new students here. You, of course, will have input in this classroom discussion. Hopefully we will foster healthy debate on these matters. Some of you have taken what you have learned here into the field and experimented. Many of you come back and report the results of that experimentation. It's all welcome. Leykis 101 students are proud to be known as jerks or a-holes. I am both. We are proud. Leykis 101 students know that dating equals porking. The reason, and by the way, this is one of the cornerstones, the only reason to go on a date, boys, is because you're cruising for poon. You want to get laid. Stop with those nice guy instincts that your single mother taught you. You do not want to meet people to make new friends, new pals, have new people to go have a frappuccino with at Starbucks. That's not why you go on a date. You're not out to discuss books or foreign films or to meet people and discuss hair care products. These are not reasons for going out and meeting chicks. The reason to go out with a chick is because you want to get her clothes off, spread her legs as far as you can spread them, and then nail her. And once you have used her, and once she starts to become demanding or difficult, you dump her like a used tampon, and you move on to the next victim. That's what you're there for. Leykis 101 students subscribe to the 3 strikes you're outlaw if a woman does not put out in 3 dates. Dump that bitch. Move on to the next. You do not waste weeks or months trying to get to know somebody, trying to convince them to have sex with you. You're wasting your time. If there's chemistry, it will happen before then. If it doesn't happen in 3 dates or less, there is no chemistry. It isn't there. Because I guarantee you, every woman who said she doesn't put out that fast has done it for somebody else, just not you. Guarantee you she met the musician or the actor or the poet or the Major League Baseball player. She met, the big movie star, whatever. She did it with him on the first or second night. Guaranteed. The quarterback in high school or college, write this down. When a woman tells you, I'm not a slut, I don't sleep around, I don't just do this with everybody, guaranteed she did it with someone other than you. Leykis 101 students don't spend more than $40 on a date. 0 is optimum. Spending more money does not make it any more likely she'll have sex with you. She knows in the first 30 seconds if you can have sex with her. Guaranteed. If you think that buying some more lobster medallions or another bottle of Cristal is going to put it over the top, you're wrong. Decision was already made. You're either in or out. None of that stuff has any effect. In fact, in some women, it has the opposite effect. Women start feeling threatened or pressured to have sex with you the more money you spend and the more attention you lavish upon them. Benign neglect, that is what gets women's attention. Treating women like crap, that is what gets women's attention. That is what women appreciate. Believe you me. No doubt about it. Leykis 101 students, the list goes on. We do not stay overnight. We get our business done, preferably at her apartment, because later on when you dump her, you don't want her stalking you. You don't want her knowing where you live. I mean, if you can have sex with her without telling her your name, all the better. Because whatever lie you have to tell, you go right ahead and tell. I mean, women use fake breasts, fake nails, fake hair color. 60% of American women now dye their hair. Women are fake. Women are dishonest and deceiving in every possible way. They say they're on the pill when they're not. So if you need to be a doctor, or you need to be a lawyer, or you need to be an actor, a singer, whatever, in order to get laid, poof, turn into one. It's all about fantasy anyway. You know how people like to sometimes dress up and play out some kind of fantasy, little role-playing? Hey, why can't you be a plastic surgeon for a night? You don't have to dress up, just tell her you are one. Tell her you can do so. By the way, one of the biggest lines in L.A., and women fall for it all the time, I'm a plastic surgeon, and, come into my office on Monday morning. I think we can do something for you. You nail that chick and then disappear. There's a lot of that out there. No doubt about it. Anyway, you don't want her knowing where you live after you've pulled off a scam like that, so the idea is you go have sex at her place. Then get up, towel off Big Jim and the twins, and get the hell out of there. Do not stay overnight. No spooning, no hugging, no caressing, no keeping her warm at night or any of that crap. The worst thing that can happen to you is that you wake up the next morning and she's like, where are we going to have breakfast? Why don't we go to brunch? I want you to meet my mother. Forget it. Leykis 101 students are missing on the following dates: December 31st, January 1st, February the 14th. We are missing on anything that might be called an anniversary. If the first time you had sex with her was the 6th of the month, you will be missing on the 6th of every month from now on. That's it, period. You will not be around on your birthday, her birthday, or whatever week Thanksgiving is happening. You'll not be there on Easter. These are the dates you will be missing. December 24th and 25th? Oh, my God, too bad. You can't be around for that. Too bad. You're leaving the country or something. But you are not with her. You're not meeting her family. You're not meeting her friends. You're not going to be broken down. Do not buy her a puppy. Do not, believe me, this is what women do. They want to break down your defenses. They want to move their tampons into the little space under your sink. They want to move their pantyhose to hang from your shower head. And ultimately, they want you to meet their friends, their family, their relatives. That's what they want. And then they got what they wanted. Lifetime commitment from you. That's what they're trying for. They have their eyes on the prize, boys. It's war. You have to make sure they don't get the idea that you're going to be in this for the long haul. You must be unpredictable, unreliable. You must put chicks on ice for weeks at a time. Say you'll call, then don't. That is what gets women fascinated. You have to treat women like abject crap. When you do that, they revere you. It is not an accident that every woman's ex-husband or ex-boyfriend was a jerk. It's not an accident. These are the guys women like to have sex with. Unreliable, undependable, deadbeats and jerks. That's what they like. How often do you hear a woman talk about her ex-husband and say what a great guy he was, how much fun they had in their relationship? Isn't it amazing the high percentage of them that are termed as jerks and a-holes? And yet these women marry these guys anyway. The answer is simple. Women like it when we act like that. They are turned on when we act like that because it shows confidence on our part. We're not worried about what they think about us. The reason you're not getting chicks is because you don't appear to be confident. The reason you're not getting chicks is because you ask them if you can kiss them. You ask them if you can take their bra off. No woman is ever going to get turned on by that. You just do it. You just do it. I am here as your professor to tell you how to avoid relationships, avoid serious commitment, avoid living together, avoid getting married, avoid knocking chicks up and then having to pay these broads for the rest of their lives. I'm here to help you with this. Most importantly, boys, you stay away from those single mothers. You stay away. You stay away from single mothers, and you never, ever, 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 ever agree to have babies with anybody under any circumstances unless you are married 5 years or more. And one final tenet that you must always remember is that women are dream killers. You are not to get into a serious relationship until you have achieved your dream in life, whether it's to become a cop or an architect or a lawyer or a doctor or a radio talk show host. Do not get into a serious relationship with a woman until you are who you're going to become, because women know that as much as your income increases and your professional stature increases, it's likely you'll trade them in for a newer model, and they will fight you. They will try to prevent you from doing better. I want to thank the listener who wrote in and pointed out that there was an interview with Matt Lauer in, of all things, Parade magazine last weekend. And in the article, Matt Lauer, who was one of the hosts of the Today Show, is there with his wife. His wife talks about how she doesn't like him traveling so much. She wants him to stop traveling. Oh, I'll bet she wants him to stop traveling. Bet she does. Of course, she didn't mind he was traveling when she first met him, did she? She didn't mind that he was Matt Lauer when she first met him, but now that she's got his name on the dotted line, now she'd like him to stop doing the things that made him Matt Lauer in the first place. How convenient. Women are dream killers, boys. Don't forget that. I am here at the head of this classroom to answer your questions. Fire away.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
This show is for men who want to get laid for as little money as possible. Okay, if guys want to get married, then there's another class for it.
But
obviously, your head is over your butt, honey. You don't understand it. Guys who want to get laid will listen. Guys who don't want to do it will not. There's always a choice.
It's Leykis 101 on the Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. I am your professor, and we start this hour off with an update. Dave, hello.
Professor.
Yes,
update
Dave.
For you.
Yes, sir. First of all, for people who did not hear you the last time, tell us what we talked about.
Oh, well, we were talking about the boys' night out, and there were some girls that said, great, have a good time, and those are obviously the women that are still with their men, and then there was the other camp of the women that said no dice, and that was me at the time, and you had a couple guys on there call me a pussy and tell me what I needed to do, and I've been working on my studenthood, and update for you. Current point in time, followed the rules, got my new place, got a nice new bike. She went to work, and I dumped.
Wow.
And I will be at Camacho's.
No, it's not Camacho's. It's going to be the Wiltern Theater.
Yeah, no, I can't go to boys' night out. I couldn't get off work. But I guarantee you, next time you're at Camacho's.
Oh, okay. Very good.
And to top it off, first night out, took my nice new bike out, pulled some chick out of a bar. She kept telling me all night, you're a jerk. You're a jerk. So what did I do? Drag her home till 4 o'clock in the morning, had my way, and then when it was over, she looked at me and she said, I bet you don't even remember my name, do you? And I looked at her right in the face and I said, you're right, I don't. She said, here's my number, call me, please. And did I give her mine? No, sir.
Excellent. Excellent.
Today I present myself for your diploma, sir.
Well, you get the diploma all right, Dave, but tell the class now, are you happier now than you were before you did this?
Yeah, anybody who knows me, well, I got a smile from ear to ear, brother. And
tell everybody now, as your graduation approaches, tell everybody here how that bitch reacted when she got dumped, all the details.
You know, I really haven't talked to her. She knows.
She never called you?
Oh, she called me a couple times, but I told her, I've been telling you for 2 years, let me do my thing, let me be my man. You wouldn't let me do it, so now you don't have to worry about it.
We are so proud of you, Dave, on this graduation day. And your new place now, it's a guy place, is it?
Yep, my own private place, nice new house, right around the corner from my best buddy who's listening right now, laughing his head off. He's been telling me for years, dumper.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
I'm proud, Dave. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Father.
Appreciate that, son. There you go, another proud student. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Michael on the Tom Leykis Show with your professor. Hello.
Dad.
Son?
Dad.
Yes.
I dumped a bitch. I wanted to talk to you about it.
Please do.
Well, Tom, I've never been one to put up with a lot of crap from chicks. And today proved no different. I live in San Pedro. My girlfriend lives in Santa Barbara. Mm-hmm. And she usually commutes down here once every week or once every other week to see me. This weekend is out because she told me that her friend Eric is coming up from Ventura by himself, a single straight man, and she's going to take him around to the bars and to the strip establishments.
Really?
By themselves.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Uh-huh.
And I said, let me ask you a question. I asked her, I said, well, how do you think I might feel about this? And she said, it's nothing really. She said, he's a friend of mine. He's always been a friend. I've been friends with him before I knew you for 3 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I said, well, let me make this real plain and clear. You go out with this guy alone, who is straight and single, and take him to strip bars, and I'm going to dump you.
What'd you say to that?
Oh, she came back. She actually called me back about an hour later, and she said, if that's how you feel about it, fine. I said, it's over, bitch.
Good for you.
Goodbye.
Good for you.
And then I wrote her an email, and I said, get lost. Just 2 words, get lost, period.
Love it.
So that's it, Tom. I just wanted to say, I turned on your show quite a few years back, but I've kind of been following the rules.
Yes.
All along, because I had a very strong father who was in the Marine Corps.
Yes, sir.
Who didn't put up with crap.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm following the rules, Tom, and I'm a very satisfied customer. I encourage all of your guys out there, any man out there who listens, to definitely endorse your show and to follow the rules because they work. And now I get text message after text message on my cell phone of boo-hoo crap.
Oh, I'll bet you do.
From her.
I'll bet you do.
Yeah, just boo-hoo crap.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to reply to it. Ignore them. Silence is everything.
That's
Thanks,
it.
Tom. Blow me up.
Here you go, Michael. I'm so proud of my boys. I must tell you. This is Mel on Leykis 101 with your professor. Hello.
How you doing, Tom?
Doing okay.
Good. Hey, I got a dilemma.
All right.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. Yeah, my ex-wife, who is now moved to Michigan, is coming back to me. Apparently, we had a son together, but her parents believed it wasn't mine because of the pregnancy. It actually went further back than we went back out together when she was seeing this one guy. But I'm the proposed father, and she wants to send me adoption papers for her new husband and for that child. And I'm thinking to myself, is this a hidden motive of her to get information about me in order to submit it to child support?
Well, that's a question you really need to ask an attorney, and I would certainly hire an attorney if you don't already have one.
Right.
And bring that there. This is not something to cheap out on.
Yeah.
Because the cost of raising a child over a lifetime in today's dollars is about $250,000.
Really?
Yeah. And so if you spend $1,000 on an attorney, it may seem like a lot of money, but believe me.
It's been 10 years since I've seen her. And all of a sudden she wants to do adoption papers and
now, have you been paying child support all this time?
No. She didn't even submit the child support on this child.
All right. Do not do anything without an attorney.
Okay.
Do not. I highly recommend you take this to an attorney and have that conversation and find out what you might be exposing yourself to. And I would certainly, if he wants to adopt the kid and they're serious about it, that could be a benefit for you ultimately, because then she can't come back and say, all right, now you owe me money. But do not do it without an attorney.
And stupid me didn't get a DNA test on the child.
Well, you could have, yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. All right, Mel. You know what to do. Do you have an attorney now?
I will get one as soon as I get the papers in.
Yeah, but if you have an attorney for other purposes, ask him to recommend you to somebody good. If you have somebody you trust who's competent, get the recommendation from him.
Okay.
All right.
Well, my wife now, she has some friends out there that are attorneys, and I'm pretty sure she can recommend me to someone good.
Good for you. Mel, good luck.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Talk radio is a pimple on America's ass. It has nothing to do with anything, okay? It is cheap entertainment for people stuck in their cars. It is not a political force of any kind at all.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello to Erica here on Leykis 101 with your professor. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Erica.
I've been listening to you for a very long time, and I've actually never heard you mention or describe what a Hail Mary is. And I had a friend who actually told me, I busted the Hail Mary, but I never knew what it was. And then I asked him, and he said, well, call Tom and ask him. So.
Oh, okay. So, we've talked about the Hail Mary many times. You just haven't tuned in when we've discussed it.
Oh, right. I probably wasn't listening at the time.
Did he give you a clue about it? Like, what it meant?
Yeah, something that has to do with abortion or something to do with someone getting someone pregnant and then the guy doing something and then her getting an abortion and then him leaving her. I don't know the specifics.
Right. Okay. Well, that's right. That much is right.
Okay.
No, a chick gets pregnant and says she's going to have the baby. Hail Mary, the expression comes from football, actually. And it's a play in football. Do you know anything about football?
A little bit.
All right. Well, there's a play in football. There's a couple of seconds left of the game. The team that has the ball is losing by a touchdown, and the ball is all the way downfield, and the odds of throwing the ball, having it caught, going in for a touchdown are very slim.
Okay.
The quarterback has no choice. So he takes the football and he lobs it, 80 yards, 90 yards down the field, hoping somebody will catch it, and the odds of him catching it are slim.
Okay.
Well, if he catches it, the guy runs over the goal line, team wins the game.
All right.
Okay? It's kind of like that, a woman says, guess what, I'm having your baby. What I tell guys to say is, honey, I love you. And one day we will, live together and buy a house and have a family. That's certainly something I'm considering and definitely want to do. But the timing is all wrong. We want to do everything right. We want to put away money for a down payment on a house. And we want to get married. I don't want you getting married in a maternity outfit. For God's sake, it would be embarrassing to the family. How would we explain this to the kid? Why don't we do things right? You have the abortion now. And then down the line, after we've saved some money, and we've planned our wedding, and we've got that house with the white picket fence, then we'll start having children. Now, if a woman is really opposed to abortion,
right,
she will not have one. But
that's true.
But in many cases, a woman is not refusing to have an abortion because she doesn't believe in it. In many cases, she's refusing to have an abortion because she's trying to keep the guy in a relationship.
Right.
This is how you smoke them out. The minute she has the abortion, the next thing you do is you take her down there, you make sure it gets done. No, you take her to McDonald's first for an Egg McMuffin. It's kind of a tradition. That's how she knows she's been smoked. Then you take her home, and then you dump her.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's harsh, but
it's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Because, again, if she said, oh, no, I can't have an abortion, it's wrong, and then she goes ahead and has one, now you've smoked her out.
Right.
Now you know what her real agenda was, which was to lock you into a relationship.
That's classic. That's very classic.
Yes.
Well, okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you very much, Tom. Blow me up, please.
Here you go. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Remember, girls, if you ever get that Egg McMuffin after the abortion, you know you've been smoked. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Sam on Leykis 101. Hello.
How you doing, Tom?
Doing okay, Sam.
That's good. I have a big dilemma going on right now. Always been a long-time listener, first-time caller. Was a 101 student, but I fell off the wagon big time. Let me go through the story real quick. See if you and your boys could help me get my head straight. Let's see. Two Super Bowl Sundays ago, I met this Filipino chick who's a waitress at this cafe in Fountain Valley. Went out with her that night, had a great time, banged the hell out of her. The next day she calls me up and she says, hey, my husband just kicked me out with my daughter. I'm like, oh, man. So I said, I'll go ahead and help him out. 2.5 years later, I'm still sort of in the dilemma. But now 6 months ago, I found out that she cheated on me. And with one of those girls, you had a subject with a best friend last week. This girl who's her best friend, trailer trash, got 3 kids, the father. She works with her, babysitter, set her up with a dude. She said, I'll try to break you guys up, whatever it takes. Set her up with a dude that cheated on me. So then I said, okay, no problem. We'll take care of this. We'll try to work it out. 7 months later, a month ago, I found out that she was still cheating on me with the same dude for the past 6 months. Plus, she conned and lied 2 or 3 other guys for money to, lie to them, con them. Now, that day, a month ago, I moved out. She said, you can move out in 3 days. I said, forget about it. I moved everything out. Then the next day, she calls me up, why'd you move out? We're going to talk. Then I was doing everything wrong. Let's see, she wanted to go back to the Philippines to visit her father, so she wanted me to pay for her and her daughter's ticket. And I said, look, I got to pay for everything here. So instantly when I moved out, that guy that she was having an affair with, she went over there, said, oh, I love you. She's spreading her legs for everybody. So I want you to pay for my ticket, so-and-so. That guy dumped her 2 weeks ago. Now she hooked up with another dude that is paying for her ticket, paying for everything. She's going to the Philippines. When she comes back, she's getting married. But my problem is that she's still calling me up. I'm going back. I'm banging her. She's banging the other dude she had an affair with, and also this one dude. And I was doing this stupid stuff for like 2 weeks, text messages, phone calls. I was being an idiot. I turned into a pussy. So right now, I want to get her out of my head, out of my soul, to see what you and your boys could help me with. Oh, plus, when she was like 17, she got pregnant, then married a 65-year-old man, came over here. She's a cheating, lying, conniving bitch. So if you guys have any suggestions, bag on me, rag on me, how to get straight, get my balls back, and get back in Leykis 101.
Pal, anytime a chick screws around on you.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's time to go.
You're absolutely right.
To go. And not look back. It's done.
She was a gold digger.
Well, why would you want to be with a gold digger?
You're absolutely right, Tom. But I want to get it out of my system, and she's still calling me right now, and I'm falling back into that trap. So I need to cut it.
Well, stop taking the calls. Don't you have caller ID?
I do.
Stop taking them.
That's true.
Stop.
But how do you get her out of your head and your system? That's what I want.
Pal, remember that she's a whore, a gold digger, and she screwed around on you.
Yeah, big time. When she's wearing my engagement ring, even.
Well, that's my point.
Damn.
I mean, why would you want to be with someone who does that?
You're absolutely right.
So don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't take her calls. Do not talk to her. Do not.
That's what I need. I need for you to yell at me to get my head
I'm telling you, don't talk to her.
I won't do it.
I mean, it's not even just don't date her and don't be in love with her. Don't speak to her.
That's about the cold.
Then you won't be tempted.
Cold turkey, that's it?
That's what you have to do.
All right. That's about it.
So do it.
I was on a roller coaster like you couldn't believe with this lying bitch.
Well, again, there's no reason for you to be with somebody like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I did everything wrong. The daughter, she got the kid, paying for everything. I did everything wrong.
Stop doing it.
All right. I appreciate it. And if you guys have any other ideas how to get rid of my... Oh, excuse me. Thank you, Tom.
Sam, thank you. It's the Tom Leykis Show on 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Leykis 101. I am your professor. Let's say hello to Dawn on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, Don.
Well, I need my jewels back, and quite frankly, you're the only one that can help me.
All right, I'll do the best I can, Don. What can I do for you?
Well, about a year ago, I met this girl on eHarmony, of all places.
eHarmony.com? Come on. Do you know anything about eHarmony.com? Do you know who's on that website?
I do now.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Do you know eHarmony.com was founded by that guy in the commercials, Neil Clark Warren, who's he's a minister?
Minister?
And they advertise it on like religious radio stations, and a lot of the people you're going to find on there are like religious freaks and stuff?
No.
Don.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Jeez, you know? You could have gone to like Snatch.com or something.
Trust me, it gets worse.
Uh-oh.
Well, I met this girl that I thought was just fantastic, fabulous.
Yeah.
You know,
did you take the personality test with the 27 dimensions of personality?
So, yeah, everything.
Oh, my God. How long did it take? By the way, it's a $40 value. How long did it Of course, nobody ever pays for it. How can it be a $40 value if they're always giving it away? But
I tell you what, if that's a $40 value, I ain't going to use that on my first date.
So anyway. How long did it take you to complete the 27 dimensions of relationship?
It took me at least a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours.
So you sat there. Let me understand this. You logged onto a website, and you sat down for a couple of hours filling out a personality profile. And you have to answer all these questions about whether you want to have kids and whether you're religious and whether you like to drink too much and all the other. You answered all these questions.
Exactly. I love to drink, and I'm not religious.
Oh boy! And you met your soulmate on eHarmony.com. All right. So where did your soulmate live, by the way?
Nebraska.
Nebraska, and you live in Seattle.
Yes, I do.
Oh, so you were only about 1,500, 2,000 miles from your soulmate.
That's it.
Wonderful. Okay. Amazing how your soulmate ended up in Nebraska. All right.
I was clouded, and I slipped away from your teachings, and I feel ashamed of myself.
Yes.
And, long story short, we've been seeing each other. She came here Memorial Day weekend, had a great time. Labor Day weekend, had a great time. I even went back there on Christmas, had an awesome time.
To Nebraska. Now, I got 20 seconds. What's the bottom line here, Don?
She says she wants a break, and I don't know what to do.
When a woman says she wants a break, it's because she wants to F other guys. That's what that means. She on eHarmony.com, F and other guys. Imagine that!
The Tom Leykis Show.